Chosen one. There's a divine shift happening right now, one that your soul has been waiting for. You've cried, you've prayed, and you've held on to faith even when everything around you looked like it was falling apart. But listen closely. This is your confirmation. God is about to move. The delay wasn't denial, it was divine preparation. You're about to walk into a season where everything you asked for begins to manifest, not in fragments, but in full. Stay with me till the end of this message, because I'm about to reveal 5 divine signs that show God is moving right now in your life. And if you're truly ready, type "I receive it" in the comments and claim this message in faith. Chosen one. Before every divine movement, there is silence. You've felt it lately, haven't you? That strange stillness in your life. The calls slowed down. The opportunities paused. Even the people you once leaned on seem distant. It's as if heaven itself has gone quiet. And you've whispered, "God, did you forget me?" But listen closely. This silence is not abandonment. It's alignment. When heaven is silent, it's because something powerful is taking shape behind the scenes. You're standing in the calm before the storm of blessings. Every miracle has a moment of stillness before it breaks through. The soil must rest before new seeds sprout. The sky darkens before it rains. And just like that, your spirit is resting before it rises. God hasn't gone quiet to punish you. He's quiet because He's working on your behalf. Angels are being dispatched. People are being moved. Doors are being prepared to open at the exact second your soul is ready to step through them. You might not see it yet, but heaven is busy writing your breakthrough into existence. The silence you feel is the sound of destiny rearranging itself for your favor. This is not a delay, it's divine design. God is making sure that when He moves, it won't just be progress, it will be perfection. So don't rush this moment. Breathe in the stillness and know you are being positioned for something so much bigger than what you asked for. You're in the waiting room of miracles. And when God finally says, "Now," it will happen suddenly, effortlessly, undeniably. One day soon, you'll look back at this quiet chapter and realize it wasn't empty. It was sacred. It was where your strength was forged and your faith became unshakable. So, chosen one, hold your peace. Keep your faith, because the silence is not the end of your story. It's the breath before the breakthrough. If this message resonates with your heart, type below, "I trust God's timing," because when He finally moves, it will be sudden, unstoppable, and supernatural. Chosen one. I know it hurt when certain people walked away, when doors slammed shut, when the things you thought were unshakable suddenly began to crumble. You stood there asking, "Why is everything I love falling apart?" But hear this truth deep in your spirit. The stripping was necessary. You see, God couldn't take you to your promised land while you were still holding on to what wasn't meant to go with you. Some relationships, habits, and attachments had to end, not because you were unworthy, but because you were being prepared for more. That heartbreak, it wasn't punishment, it was purification. The betrayal, it wasn't cruelty, it was clarity. The rejection, it wasn't the end, it was redirection. You asked God to elevate you, but elevation always requires separation. Some people can't go where you're going. Their energy can't breathe in the altitude of your next season. So when they left, it wasn't loss, it was divine release. You were not being abandoned. You were being refined in the fire of transformation. Every tear you cried was watering the soil of your next chapter. God had to clear your path of distractions because He's about to deliver your destiny. You see, the very things you thought you needed were only meant to carry you to the gate, not through it. Soon, you'll look back at this painful chapter and whisper, "If I hadn't lost that, I would have never found this." Because what's coming next isn't replacement, it's divine compensation. God never takes something without the intention to return something better. So let go of what's gone. Forgive what broke you. Bless what left. Because what's coming is stronger, purer, and divinely chosen, just for you. The stripping wasn't rejection, it was redirection toward restoration. You're not being emptied, you're being made ready to be filled. Say this with faith in your voice and fire in your heart. I'm ready for my restoration. Because, chosen one, your comeback will be so powerful that even the losses will thank God they happened. Chosen one, you've been in a spiritual war, and you felt every single hit. The exhaustion, the confusion, the loneliness, the fear. It's all been heavy. There were nights you cried silently, days you forced a smile when your heart was breaking. But here's what heaven needs you to understand right now. The hardest battles always come before the greatest blessings. What you just went through wasn't punishment, it was preparation. God allowed you to face those storms not to destroy you, but to develop you. You've been sharpened, stretched, and strengthened in ways you couldn't see. You learned how to pray differently. You learned how to think higher. You learned how to trust when you couldn't trace His plan. Every attack that came against you only revealed how powerful your purpose truly is. The enemy doesn't fight the ordinary, he fights the anointed. And you, chosen one, are deeply anointed. When the darkness tried to steal your faith, you still held on. When everything fell apart, you still believed. When people counted you out, God counted you in. And now heaven is declaring, the test is over. Your spirit passed the assignment. Everything that once worked against you is now being reversed to work for you. That mountain that blocked your path, it's becoming the platform that elevates you. Those delays that frustrated you, they're transforming into divine direction. Those losses that broke you, they're turning into lessons that bless you. The same pain that tried to bury you has become the power that's about to launch you. You are stepping into a season of victory, favor, and divine momentum. God didn't forget your prayers, He stored them. And now, He's ready to release them all at once, in ways that will leave even your enemies speechless. This is your breakthrough after the battle. So stand tall, wipe your tears, straighten your crown. The war is over, and the blessing has begun. Say this with power and faith in your voice. My battle has ended. My breakthrough begins now. Because from this moment forward, you're not fighting anymore. You're walking in victory. Chosen one, what was meant to break you is about to bless you. The very situation that felt like your downfall, God is now turning into your deliverance. This next divine movement is called a divine reversal, and it's happening for you. Every place where you were humiliated, you will now be honored. Every person who doubted you will witness your rise. The tables are not just turning, they're being flipped in your favor. But understand this isn't about revenge. God's not elevating you to prove them wrong. He's elevating you to prove that faith never fails. The same people who dismissed you will one day say, I always knew you'd make it. But you'll know, it was never them, it was always Him. Heaven is issuing a correction order over your life. God is reversing the energy, the flow, and the direction of every force that once worked against you. Financial lack is being replaced with overflow. Loneliness is transforming into divine partnership. Confusion is turning into crystal clarity. This isn't coincidence. It's cosmic justice. You're about to witness the justice of heaven in real time. The delays you faced, they weren't denials. They were divine timing at work. And now, every delay is becoming divine acceleration. Opportunities will appear where you once faced rejection. Peace will fill the spaces where you once felt pain. The ashes of your past will become the soil of your purpose. So when things begin shifting fast, don't panic. It's not chaos, it's divine correction. The universe is rearranging itself to deliver what was already written with your name on it. Doors will open effortlessly. Paths will clear suddenly. The things you've been praying for are about to find their way to you. This is your reversal season, where loss becomes lesson and pain becomes power. Say this aloud with unwavering faith. What's mine is finding me now. Because chosen one, heaven's decree has been spoken. Everything that was once taken will now be returned, multiplied. Chosen one, this is it. The moment your soul has been praying for. You are stepping into a season where prayers turn into proof. The waiting, the crying, the long nights of uncertainty, they were never wasted. Every tear, every whispered prayer, every act of faith planted a seed that heaven has been nurturing in silence. And now, those seeds are finally breaking through the soil. The promise is being delivered. You've been through the wilderness, but now you're entering the land of fulfillment. God is not just meeting your expectations, He's about to exceed them. This isn't ordinary favor, this is overflowing favor. Doors that were once sealed shut will begin to open with ease. Opportunities that passed you by before will now chase after you. People who once overlooked you will now honor your name. The energy around you is shifting. Miracles are magnetizing toward you as you read these words. Divine timing is finally catching up to your destiny. You're about to walk into rooms you once only dreamed of. You're about to hear yes, where you once only heard no. You're about to receive confirmations that make you say, only God could have done this. Because it wasn't luck, it was divine orchestration. Heaven has been preparing this exact moment for you, aligning people, places, and possibilities. The same God who gave you the promise is now performing it before your eyes. The delay wasn't denial, it was development. You were being refined so that when the blessing came, you'd have the strength and wisdom to carry it. This is your moment of divine delivery, where the spiritual becomes physical, where faith becomes fact. So take a deep breath, chosen one. Step forward with confidence. The clouds are parting and the light is falling directly on you. Say it boldly, with full belief in your heart. Everything I ask for is coming, and I am ready to receive it. Because the promise has left heaven, and it's now on its way to your hands. Chosen one. Pause for a moment. Breathe. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet shift in the atmosphere. That sacred confirmation in your spirit that something is about to happen. This isn't imagination. This is manifestation. The spiritual realm has already moved on your behalf. What's been held back is being released. The things you've been praying for, waiting for, fighting for, they are finally coming into form. You didn't endure all that pain for nothing. You didn't survive all those storms just to stay where you are. Every heartbreak, every delay, every disappointment was divine preparation. You were being built for this exact season of overflow. Heaven has opened its gates, and God's hand is moving pieces into perfect position. What you thought was lost will be restored, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. What you thought was ending is actually transforming. You're not going backward, you're being launched forward into destiny. And here's the truth: when God moves, it's never halfway. He completes what he begins. He fulfills every word he speaks. So as you finish this message, speak this with full power. God, I am ready. I receive my breakthrough. I am open to the blessings you have already prepared for me, because everything you've prayed for is on its way. The angels are in motion. The alignment has begun, and soon your testimony will echo through time. Proof that faith never fails. So hold your head high, chosen one. Smile even if you don't see it yet, because it's already done in the spiritual. And when it arrives, the world will know. You didn't just survive. You were chosen to rise. The promise is being delivered. The miracle is unfolding. And everything you asked for is finally coming.